Hi everyone, so today I'll be doing this Wendella cruise along the river here in Chicago, Illinois. So it's going to be my first time to ride in one of this river cruise, and I'm excited. So we'll see. So guys, to all of you who haven't subscribed to my channel yet, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to click the notification bell so that you will be updated to my next video, okay? So that you will be updated to Lumpia's adventure, okay? Don't forget to leave a comment as well. So we are going to check out this river cruise right here in the heart of Chicago. So basically guys, I'm here waiting for the right time for us to hop into one of these river cruises, and there's actually a line. So there you go, there's a line right there. So I'm gonna show you the line. There's a line right there. It starts from there. All these people's gonna be on the river cruise. Line here, right there. So we'll see.
This vessel, the Lila, is licensed and inspected annually by the United States Coast Guard and is fitted with all required safety equipment.
So we are
Light
about
rings
to
are located on either
go
side of the pilot house,
for the
forward and
cruise.
aft on the main deck. Life preservers are in labeled storage lockers in the aft section of the vessel on the main deck and under some of the aft seats on the upper deck. Please do not tamper with them as they are for emergency use only.
It is at this corner of the
Okay, so now we're
River
moving.
and Michigan Avenue that was once the lakefront. Michigan Avenue received its title because when it was first set, it went right along the waterline of Lake Michigan. Now, of course, the shoreline has expanded since that time. Everything on the south side of the river, that is eastern Michigan Avenue, is from debris from the Great Chicago Fire that was combed together and pushed out into the lake. We really had nowhere else to put it after the fire. Everything on the north side of the Chicago River and east of Michigan Avenue is the result of construction debris during the reconstruction process following the Great Chicago Fire that we had nowhere else to put it, so we just tossed it in the lake. Of course, it eventually became safe to build on, giving us the north side of Streeterville. We're going to finish our readjustment in just a moment, and as we do, I want to point to one other historic site. I'd like to go on the other side of the boat to our left. You'll see this beige building. That is the former London Guarantee and Accident Building. We'll talk about that structure a little bit later on, but its site, that location, was the site for our first military fort inside of what is now Chicago. I am talking about Fort Dearborn. Fort Dearborn was constructed in 1803, and it served as our home base as we explored much of the Northern Territory that came as part of the Louisiana Purchase. The fort was built in 1803 on that site. If you want to learn a little bit. And it looks like we're going to go down the river first this evening. So our first building that we'll talk about the actual structure, not just the location, is up and on the right. This is Trump International Hotel and Tower. It's our second tallest building. Standing at 1,389 feet, that's 423 meters if anyone's a bigger fan of the metric system. The building opened in 2009 and was done by a Chicago local, Adrian Smith, before he left the firm of records, Skidmore, Owings, and Merrill. He has since started his own firm, Smith & Gill, and this building, as you can see, is done in stainless steel and shimmering glass. It also features a style of architecture. The modern style was very popular from right after World War II into the late 1970s. And as you can tell pretty easily from this building, the style is really simple and straightforward. is known for the use of dark exterior colors, right angle corners, big windows, and open interior floor plans. As we continue to head west, you'll see two of the most recognizable buildings in the city, these two big corn cobs. You guys seem really excited about the boat ride, probably because it is educational. The two recognizable buildings, those big corn cobs, make up Marina City. They each stand at 60 stories, and opened in 1964 and 67. These two buildings have been featured in 500 TV and movie productions. That list of productions includes Steve McQueen's The Hunter, Blues Brothers movies, several of the Batman movies, and the Bob Newhart Show. If anyone on board has seen The Hunter, Steve McQueen's final kill, you're likely thinking of the scene where the car goes running off the west tower. On the building to the base and then the left, base and then the right, you'll count 6 bays of windows. Black tower base, and now to the left, you'll only count 5. The building's asymmetry is all thanks to the 1928 construction of this bridge. In 1928, the city decided to build the LaSalle Street Bridge, but had to make room. The city had to come in and cut that side of the Green Center, and had to remove one of the buildings, move over the end bay, and then reseal the entire structure. All of that for one bridge. We're going to go just to the right. Straight to the right, you'll see this green glass building. This is 300 North South. It opened in 2009. It stands at 60 stories. It's all office space, but it features one of the most impressive air conditioning systems that we have in the city. Water from the river is taken into this building below the water line. It's pumped to the building. It's the brainchild of Marshall Ford, the Marshall Ford department stores. Prior to this building, Marshall Ford Company had all of their exports that it stored at 14 different warehouses around the city. And they restocked the store overnight quite nicely. So one massive warehouse consolidated all of that space. The building for $13 million. They held onto rental rents around 800 stores for 600. And bought it for 13, sold it for 625. The merchandise mart even had its own zip code mart. It starts every evening at 8:30. It's all free, and we use 3D mapping and projection lights to showcase movies, music videos, and other pieces of digital art against the backdrop of the merchandise mart. The best place to watch art on the mart is right here on the Riverwalk. Our Riverwalk was done by Carol Ross Barney. It opened in 2014, and each section of the Riverwalk was meant to remind us of a different way that water and land meet. We're leaving the deck. All of this maybe there's also some spaces to splash around. But the next section of Riverwalk that we'll see in a moment is my personal favorite. It's a big staircase with an integrated ramp, and it's meant to remind us of a seaside cliff. You can also see our next building from this point. It has that white spire. It's just past the bridge, and that is the LaSalle Wacker building. It was done in 1930, and it's a great example of the Art Deco style of architecture. Art Deco was popular in the 1920s and early 1930s. One of the easiest ways to identify the style is to look for limestone block, and this building is covered in limestone. Limestone, again, that soft beige stone on the exterior was used not only because it was easier, but it is real 24-karat gold leaf on the 54 tower. If you look just next to us on the right, you'll see this green space. This is the Vietnam Veterans Memorial. This memorial lists the names of over 3,000 Illinois regiments who gave their lives during the conflict. And so behind it, we have that beige building with the dome at the very top. That's the old Jewelers Building, done in 1926. At the very top of the building, we have the dome. The dome area of the building is one corner you can start to around the nightclub, often considered by the home. Now that dome nowadays is part of the architecture office falling down. It's no longer open to the public. So just to the right, you'll see our next building, the tall white thin structure. This is the former Mammoth Tower and also former Lincoln Tower, done in 1928. This is the city's thinnest skyscraper. If you were to stand in that building's very top floor, it is a single circular room. It's only 9 feet in diameter. The building was one of 2 originally set for the site, extending the glass exterior of the London House. That was originally set to be home to the second Mammoth Tower, one with a 1930 construction start date that just never got underway with the onset of the Great Depression. We're back next to the London House, which is the London Guarantee and Accident Building. Now Pittsburgh steel, and this dark maroon color that you see is officially called Bridgeboro. Now it's time to talk about my favorite building from the river. Go up and on the right, you'll see a building. With 14 hours of salt to visit the upgrade. Now those non-electric balconies give great views of everything nearby, but their primary function is to help migratory birds. This building with its wandering pattern creates a very high level of visual noise. This fancy way to say that birds, even from great distances, can tell the building is solid space. So as they're flying towards the city, they're going to go in contact with Aqua Tower. Straight to the right, you'll see these two dark brown brick buildings. These make up the Hyatt Regency Hotel. It's the largest in the city in terms of number of rooms, featuring 2,051 between its two towers. The towers are connected not only at street level, but above ground with a catwalk and below ground as well. Let's go past the bridge. For our next building, it says Swiss Hotel at the very top. The Swiss Hotel was done in 1987 by Harry Reese. This is one of the city's few triangular buildings. It's also a picture around a triangle, so it's pretty classic all the way back. Straight to the building that in 1987 was one of the first to go up on the east side of the Florence Bridge. Everything on the right-hand side of the boat is between 9 holes outside. After 35 years of design, development, and construction, it's home to more than 2 dozen buildings, and the majority of them are residential. Now, I'd like to take our attention away from the buildings for a minute so we can put our attention back to the river. We're going to hang on for a little more time on this body of water. Right now, we're traveling on the Chicago River, and this is a natural river, but it has been reversed. The river in its natural state was flowing in the direction that we are now traveling, that is eastward, up towards Lake Michigan. And at that same time, the residents of the city use this river like an open sewer. They would throw toxic waste, animal carcasses, trash, and factory runoff all directly into the Chicago River. Now I know that sounds super gross. Trust me, it was super gross. The Chicago River was so toxic that it self-ignited twice. And the worst part of the whole situation was that the toxic waste and sewage being thrown into the river was then polluting our drinking water supply, Lake Michigan. And I'm sure many of us know when you put sewage in your drinking water, you get things like cholera, typhoid fever, and dysentery, and those aren't very nice. City officials decided that in 1887, our water was all about water coming off Lake Michigan, and the court case came to a close in 1936 on the agreement of a compromise.
Now we are going to Lake Michigan.
The lock systems are compromised because it lets us control the amount of water that we take off the lake. So by utilizing this lock, we know what we're taking, we can even stop ourselves if we start to take too much. We're moving inside the lock at the U.S. Capitol.